Happy Friday, everybody. Hopefully you are having a fantastic day. Good day yesterday. We went 11-4. We swept college again. NBA, we hooked a sweep. We needed Anthony Davis to get one more assist. He got 0 assists through 3.5 quarters and then just popped out 2 assists real quick. I like the read. They double teamed him. He kept shooting. So it is what it is, but we went 3-1 in the NBA, 3-0 in college, and we went 5-3 in the MLB. So very positive day. Plus money, always good. Doing the bankroll challenge in the Discord. We are up. Let's see, our bankroll's gone up like 30% in the last 2 weeks. So that is all transparent. Every bet is put into a spreadsheet. Everybody can see it, the amount, everything. If you're interested, want to jump in there, join the Discord. Link is down below. Hockey guys are just freaking crushing it. They're fantastic. So shout out to them. All right. So let's get into this card. We got a lot. We got NBA, we got college basketball, and we got baseball. We're going to cover them all in this video. All I ask, guys, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications so you know when a video comes up. And here we go. All right, so let's go into baseball. I'll start with baseball. So Rockies and the Rays, we've got Kyle Freeland going up against Ryan Pepe Le Pew. He was not supposed to be the starter. Shane McClanahan was supposed to be the starter, but he is injured. So now we get Big Pep. I like his under 6.5 Ks. That is one of the plays that's on the card. Really, this is just a Rays spot, in my opinion. You want to take the first 5 minus a half? Like, I don't trust Freeland. This guy gives up a ton of hard contact. He's not a good pitcher. He actually pitches better at home than he does away, which is kind of weird, especially in Colorado. But yeah, this is a Ray spot for me. Next play, let's see. Orioles and the Blue Jays. So we've got Grandpa Charlie going for Baltimore, who absolutely shit-kicked Toronto yesterday. Going up against Kevin Gausman. Pitching advantage towards Toronto for sure. I think the hitting advantage is still with Baltimore. I like runs in this one. I like lots of runs. 8.5 is a decent amount, though. I would say Orioles team total over would be my lean in this one. Pittsburgh Pirates and the Marlins. We've got Mitch Keller going up against Connor Gillespie. I'll be interested to see Keller start here. I did find some really good value on over 4.5 Ks on FanDuel. It's probably jumped if I'm being honest, but I think that was a bit of an outlier. Yeah, Mitch Keller on the road last year was not great. He was really good at home, kind of shitty on the road. That said, I think they bounced back. Pirates should have won yesterday. They had every opportunity to win that game. I think it's a good bounce back spot for them. So I would go Pirates in this one. Kind of really like the first 5. I think we saw yesterday the bullpen sucks. It still sucks. Speaking of which, can we just pause the video and talk about my Reds? Ian Jabot, why is he the closer? Why? When I saw him come in, I'm like, oh God, this is bad. And he blew it, and he blew it big time. Gave up 4 runs. So Hunter Green, one hell of a performance. That dude, he was solid. Anyway, let's get back to our regularly scheduled program. Yeah, give me Pirates first 5. If you're going to take them, you got to take first 5. Still can't trust this bullpen. There is a pitching advantage on the Pirates side. They do have the hitting advantage. Now the Marlins are home. So there's that. Will the getaway day thing happen again last year? I mean, the Marlins on getaway day were nails. So we'll see. But yeah, Pirates for me in this one. Red Sox and the Rangers. We've got Tanner Houck going up against Jack Leiter. Not a huge Jack Leiter fan, if I'm being honest. That said, I don't really love Tanner Houck either. He got shelled in a couple of games in Boston. Or not in Boston, in Texas last year. That said, I still lean Boston. I mean, they're the better team. I like Corey Seager to hit a home run today. I think he's one of the better options. I haven't placed that bet, but on DraftKings there's a no sweat home run bet. I'll probably end up using it on Corey Seager, but I'm going to look at it a little bit more. One of the things I like is Tanner Houck under 4.5 Ks at plus money on DraftKings. On FanDuel, I got this at plus 102. I think it is up to like minus 110 now, but I still like it. He's just not a strikeout guy. Hasn't had a ton of strikeouts in Texas, so good spot here. but Boston for me. Mets and the Astros. Hunter Brown going up against Meatball McGill. Meatball looked a lot better last year, but Hunter Brown was on a tear to end the season. So to me, it's an Astros spot, but you're getting the Mets at plus 120. It's pretty good value. I would probably lean towards taking Mets team total over. I do think they have an offensive bounce back day today. All right, Athletics and the Mariners. I guess we can't call them Oakland anymore. That's weird. Oh, wait, we're not there. Braves and the Padres. Let's get our act together here. Reynaldo Lopez going up against Dylan Cease. I'm not a huge Cease fan. Cease can get wild early, and he can get shell shocked. He can get hit pretty hard. That said, Reynaldo Lopez, I don't know if he had a great season last year. Like if we look at his xERA, his xFIP, I mean everything was so much lower than it should have been. I'm a little hesitant to just jump right in and say, hey, it's Reynaldo Lopez is just going to crush him. I would kind of look at a Braves team total over or Braves money line. I think that's the only way you play this. I just don't trust Cease. That's just my opinion there. Cubs and the Diamondbacks. We've got Jameson Taillon going up against Merrill Kelly. I just think this is a shit show with two pitchers right here. I don't trust Taillon. I think he's a trash pitcher. Merrill Kelly, there's who he was and who he is. He was really up and down last year. Obviously didn't get a ton of starts because he was injured. I would say bounce back for the Diamondbacks. I mean, the Cubs, they looked great yesterday, but man, those first couple of games against the Dodgers, they looked terrible. Diamondbacks at home against a very subpar pitcher. I like this spot. I got Diamondbacks first 5 on the card today, so that's where I'm at. I'm just fading Taillon. Let's see. Tigers and the Dodgers to leave us off here. Jack Flaherty going up against Yoshinobu Yamamoto. He looked okay in his last start in Tokyo. Going up against Flaherty, which is interesting. And Flaherty was a Dodger last year and then went back to the Tigers. I think Flaherty gets lit up. That's just my personal opinion. But Dodgers minus 1.5 would be my lean in this one, or Dodgers team total over 7 runs. I think there's going to be really good weather to score some runs, so I like the over in that one. All right, let's get into let's go NBA. All right, Cavs and the Pistons. No Cade Cunningham. Give me Cavs minus 5.5. Cade is the heartbeat and soul of that team. Clippers and the Nets. Clippers minus 12.5. Pretty healthy lineup, I guess, for both teams. 12.5 is a lot against a Nets team that plays pretty good D. At home, I would lean Nets plus 12.5. Hornets and the Raptors. No LaMelo today. This is a clear spot to take the Raptors minus 5.5. No RJ Barrett on the Raptors side, but still like the Raptors here. Knicks and the Bucks. We see the Knicks getting a 1.5. I mean, it's no Brunson, it's no Lillard. So you're taking out 2 key pieces. Give me the Knicks plus 1.5 at minus 125. I know they've sucked lately. Still the better team, in my opinion. But it's kind of a coin toss game. So Suns and the T-Wolves. Suns getting 6.5 on the road against the T-Wolves. Suns are done. They've packed it up. Give me T-Wolves minus 6.5 in this one. Warriors and the Pelicans. No Zion Williamson. Probably tripped over a Twinkie or something. So they're getting 14.5 at home against the Warriors. I don't know if Steph Curry plays. That last game without Steph was rough. They looked terrible. They got pummeled by like 30. So I would lean Pelicans plus 14.5 in this one. Jazz and the Nuggets to wrap up the night. Every single player on the Nuggets lineup, every single starter is a game time decision. So it's really hard to handicap this when literally all 5 are game time decisions. So Jazz don't want to win. 17.5 is too much. So you can't really handicap this game until you know who the hell's playing in it. All right, college basketball. Let's get into this. All right, Mississippi, Michigan State. This line seems appropriate. Mississippi, Ole Miss has been shooting the daylights out of the ball. But we've seen a trend. First half, they've done really, really well. They've come out hot. last two games. I mean, they just absolutely put the shocker on North Carolina. They've just looked really good from three-point range. They've been ridiculously efficient. I think Michigan State hems them up. I think this line's just wrong. Give me Michigan State -3.5. I like the over 143.5 as well. Kentucky and Tennessee. I'm torn on this one. Everything inside me wants to take Kentucky +4.5. That said, they're erratic, and you can't necessarily always trust them, especially against a very good defense like Tennessee. I just don't trust Tennessee's offense. Everything runs through Chase Lanier, and if he's having a bad day, it's just GG. So my lean's Kentucky +4.5 in this one. I lean slightly towards the over, but again, I don't know if I trust Tennessee to score that much. Michigan and Auburn, another tough game. I don't have it on the card, man, but Michigan +9. It as someone from Ohio that just hates Michigan with my being, I gotta leave Michigan +9. Those bigs have just been getting the job done. And we saw Auburn struggle a little bit last game. They are human. I don't necessarily trust Bruce Pearl. I feel like bigger games tend to choke a little bit. So Michigan +9. I would actually lean towards the over 154 in this one. Purdue and Houston, tough game. Tough game to handicap. I love the over 131.5. I think Purdue's still able to get shots off. I think they're still going to do Purdue things. Do I trust them to keep it within 8 against a very good Houston defense that can also put up some offense? Not really. So I'm taking the over 131.5, but I would have to lean Purdue plus, I think it's 8.5 now, actually. So Purdue plus 8.5 would be a very soft lean. Very soft lean. But I do like the over 131.5 in this contest. All right, let's get the betting card. Get you guys on your way. I know we didn't go super in-depth in baseball like we did for the opening day video. I got to figure out how we're going to do this. Once college basketball drops off, this will get significantly easier. We'll go a little more in-depth in the MLB. We're still keeping it somewhat light. Yesterday was like all half units except for the Reds' first 5. But yeah, we're still just kind of dipping our toes into MLB. You never really know how the season's going to go. So let's just wait until we can actually get some data, until we start making some really good bets. Let's talk about the card a little bit. Ryan Pepio under 6.5 Ks. I think he finishes at 5 or 6, right? I think this is going to be sweaty. I just hope that as long as they're making contact with his fastball, they should be fine. Pepio does have a tendency to keep his fastball up in the zone, which sometimes gets him in trouble. Hopefully that's not the case. But I like his under 6.5 Ks, just doing a half unit on it. Mitch Keller over 4.5 Ks. I did a unit on this because it was a deal. I mean, this should not have been -138. So got a really nice deal on this. Did the over 4.5 Ks. Like I said, if this is not available, I don't mind like a Pirates first 5 type of deal, or Pirates team total over. I think it's 4.5. I think they scored 5 today. Tanner Houck under 4.5 Ks, plus money on FanDuel. It's just good value. That's just EV. Can't beat that. This was like -125 or worse on most books. Diamondbacks first 5. Bounce back spot here. Faden Jamison Tyone. Don't like him. -135 on DraftKings. Wouldn't even be opposed to taking the first 5 run line for probably plus money. And then last play, we're going to do Pirates Marlins Nerfy. -130 on BetMGM. Just doing a half a unit on that. We're kind of dipping our toes into the Nerfies a little bit. I did go 2 for 2 on Nerfies yesterday. NBA, Miles Bridges, over 10.5 rebounds plus assist. I like this play a lot. I mean, there's no LaMelo. He's over this in 14 of 17 games without LaMelo. So love this spot for him. Also didn't mind Mark Williams over 9.5 rebounds. Next play I like, Scotty Barnes over 4.5 assists. Now, I kept digging into this. If we take Barrett out but put Pirtle and Quickly on the court with him, he's over in 5 of 6 games. I like this spot for him to go over 4.5 assists. I like him to go over his rebound line as well. I just wasn't going to double dip with Scotty. You could combine him and just take his rebounds plus assists, but I think he racks up some assists tonight. Next play, going to be a plus money play. we're going to take Josh Hart double-double. You can take his over 8.5 rebounds. I think that should be a slam tonight. I just said, screw it. Let's just take his double-double for plus money. So plus 125, we're doing 3/4 of a unit on that one. And then last play is going to be Jared Allen over 8.5 rebounds. It's just a good spot here. Mobley was out, should be back today. If I kind of look at the books, Mobley's pretty heavily favored to go under 9.5 rebounds, but Allen's just got a really good spot to rack up some boards here tonight. You know, it's not like Duran's going to be running all around. Duran's probably going to get into foul trouble, so he's probably going to have Isaiah Stewart on him a decent amount, and he should be able to just snag boards over Isaiah Stewart. All right, so that is the card for NBA and MLB. College basketball card is Michigan State. We're going to take their team total over 73.5. I just think it's too low. We're going to take Michigan State minus a 3.5. And we're going to take Purdue and Houston over 131.5. All one unit plays. All right. Hopefully we have another great day. We have been on an absolute tear. Let's keep it up. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Like I said, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord to interact with the community. I'm not shitting you when I say it's one of the best communities on Discord that I've been into. Super positive, cool people. I got to check, but I think I'm still winning the bracket competition in there, by the way. All right. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Catch you in the next video.